So honesty, I think, is like the baseline important skill or characteristic, personality trait, because, oh my gosh, like for so many reasons. The first one is it's easier to follow yourself when you're honest than when you're not. So when you're dishonest, you have to be really mindful of what you've said, what you've done, so that you can repeat it, but that you don't get caught. It is so much easier to just be honest. But more than that, I think people know when you're being honest and when you're not. So there's a resonance. And in the world, we are all people engaging with people. People are selling to people. People are buying from people, not companies, not products, people. We are, throughout our business and our lives, it is about that engagement. And the way that you have the best, most meaningful and sustainable relationships is by being honest from the go, with your employees, with your prospects, with your clients, with your vendors, with your partners. Doesn't matter who it is you're dealing with. That is the core. That's like the root of everything else that you do, because that's the thing that at the end of the day is going to get you the farthest, because people only really do business with people they trust. And if you're not being honest with them, they're not going to be able to trust you. So, they're not going to buy from you. They're not going to come work for you.
I agree. I like the point that you can definitely sense it. You can tell, and I feel like you look for it. I remember doing an interview not long ago, and like it was a second or third round, but purposely sort of repeating something from a prior interview just to see, do they remember the details and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so there's a little bit of that, but then I think there's the humility part too. Or you want to, we'll talk about that, but like,
Great.
you want to be able to like connect with somebody in that way that honesty like shows the imperfection. But I
Yeah.
feel like that sort of segues where somebody's dishonest because they want this perception of perfection. So they sort of do that. They put too much wax on and they just trying to cover everything. And so it makes a lot of sense.
And there is no such thing as perfection, right? I mean, there's it. I always go back to the Persian flaw. Like everything has a flaw in it. There's no such thing as perfection. So out of the gate, you're showing up in a totally inauthentic way. And being authentic and having humility and just being honest, that's when you're your most genuine. And listen, I think one of the most valuable leadership skills is being able to own your mistakes, being able to say, I messed up. Here's what happened. I'm sorry, not gloss over it, not try and change it, not sort of flip it around to someone else or some other situation. Just own it. You end up being so much more respected for being real. Everyone knows you made the mistake. I mean, that's what's always so amazing about it. Everyone knows. And when you don't own it, you're really sending a message that you think people are stupid, you think you can pull one over on them, and that you don't have the ego strength to just admit it. So why would someone follow you?
Yeah, it's almost the indicator of like, is this person learning from failure? Like, can they learn it, own it, learn from it, grow? And
Right.
that's like a skill of its own.
Yeah. Right. I know they all sort of tack onto each other, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do.